right, test. This is my first SGC submission. Um, my PSA subs, this was always real easy because I just tell my submitter, that I didn't want to see my grades. Um, and when I got them in the mail, then I opened them and revealed them on YouTube. That was 90% of how I always did my subs. My last PSA reveal was a little bit different because of there was some quirky grade in there that I wanted to check out. So first SGC submission. This is the way that I want to do it for this particular sub, because SGC, they give you your grades and these high resolution snapshots. So I'm going to try it this way, and I'm going to merge this together when I actually get the cards in hand, and this will be the lead in to the cards on hand. So I'll go through the pictures. That will serve as the blind reveal, and then I'll by the end of the video, when you watch this, even though it'll be a couple of days later, you'll see what my SGC grades were now, and then you'll see the actual cards. So I'm going to go through this. I minimized this as much as I could to make sure that I didn't see the grades. So I'm just going to go through these from top to bottom. Okay, and the first one is an Allen and Ginter Fernando Tatis. I asked them, and this will be a test of kind of what they do with it, but I put a sticky note on this one because I didn't want the grade. I just think on some cards, the grade kind of clutters the label. I don't know. I've seen some that it looks pretty awesome in, but I didn't think this one was going to double 10. So I didn't want an auto grade 10, and then I think that this one's probably going to be like a 9.95 if at best. There was some surface stuff. So I asked them not to grade it. Let's see what they did. Not to grade the auto. All right. They did grade the auto. Son of a gun. So I don't know what you can do. I literally had a sticky on the card, and I had it written out on something else. I guess you cannot get them to not grade the card. But I'm exceptionally pleased with the grade. This one just had, and the reason why I didn't think it would get a 10 was had just a little bit of surface scratches on the bottom right in here. Okay, so beautiful. Man, I'm happy. So I don't know if I can just click to the next one. I guess we'll just experiment here and see what it says. The next one. Oh, got a 10. This is awesome. So this was this is the team name in silver, and already this card is pretty tough. I did a case break. I had the Padres in a case break, and I got one Fernando Tatis because I think it's a high number short print. So I had one of his base cards, and then I was lucky enough to get this card, which is the silver team name swap. Man, that looks freaking awesome. Super stoked. All right, so next card. The next card, boom, a 10. So this is one that I struggled with PSA. I'm super hyped, man. I'm sorry. I struggled with this one with PSA because of the fact that I kept getting 9s. I even got 1-8 on this card, and I screened it no different than the cards that I screened with PSA. Not to say that SGC is easier. I just think that PSA is finding something different with this card that they just don't like. As you can see, it's beautifully centered. There's no corner wear. I was noticing, I had a bunch of these together, like 5 or 6 of them together, and I was noticing there's a little bit of a line on like every one of them had it. I don't know if that has any play in why they're grading them the way that they're grading them, but okay, next card. All right, so now we're going to the back. So this is the back of the. And I have no idea what kind of order that these things are. So this is the back of the team color swap. You can see it says silver there. All right, so let's go to the next one. Boom! This is a beautiful thing. That looks super sweet in the tuxedo. This is the Class 2 black from Gold Label this year. It's got the rookie card logo, bottom right corner there. Oh man, hyped. That's a nice card. Looks great in the sleeve too. All right, so this is the back of the Heritage. Not sure what that is. There's the back of the Gold Label. And there's the, so now I seem to be doing a circle here. Okay, boom, Gwyn, 8. 8 on the rookie Gwyn. So I expected this one. I thought, there might even be a chance that they knocked it all the way down to a 7. It didn't, the surface, like, the printing wasn't exactly perfect. So I actually got this one from Shout Out Stove, Mark from Stove Sports. He sent this to me in a care package, man. I really appreciate it. Oddly enough, as a huge Tony Gwynn collector, this is the highest graded Tony Gwynn rookie that I own right now. So I got to step up my game on my Tony Gwynn stuff. I'm looking to get some cleaner copies of this, but definitely stoked to see this one in a tuxedo at an 8. Hyped. Mickey. So this was just a reholder, and it was a reholder out of 4, right? It's a 61 Topps Mickey Mantle reholder. I think the reason why, and I'll discuss the dates and stuff on this sub later, but some of the stuff that may have held this one up is I had a reholder. You'd think that'd be pretty easy, but I also had a crossover that I'll get to here in a sec. All right, so there's the back of one of the other Gold Labels. I had 2 Gold Labels. Ooh, got it. There it is. All right, so I did get the Gem In tint on the only one base that I sent on my first order. So awesome, looks great in the tuxedo. Super hyped on that card. B Roth 6, got a Gold Label. So my goal is definitely to continue to screen like all of my base Fernando Tatis that I have and try to find one, using the tools that I do have. And this is from what B Roth 6 is telling me. This is like overkill, right? From what they use, right? They use, I think, a 10 times loop. This is a 20 times. So if I can look at it through a 20 time and notice there's no fraying on the edges or no cracking on the edges, and that the corners and things are good, then man, maybe I can get a Gold Label. I think this one's centered perfect. I'm super hyped with a 10. Definitely the goal is to chase down that Gold Label for this particular card, right? Not for every card. I really, really want a Gold Label. There isn't one available on eBay, and I know B Roth 6 ain't letting go of his next card. All right, so this is the back of my mantle. Back of the Tatis. All right, so this is the first indicator here that they did not grade. So again, Brian is my conduit to SGC. I definitely value his opinion, and we were going over this card, and I showed him pictures of it and stuff, and my initial thought was just get them to holder it within an SGC holder. I didn't care what the grade was, but this is definitely a PSA overgraded card. And I'll show it to you in the other segment of the video. So I didn't meet their minimum, so I wanted a minimum of a 4, an SGC 4. It's a PSA 4. I just thought apples to apples, really, not really apples to oranges, because apples to apples, because I thought it was an easy deal. But if you look closely at this card, and I'll show that in the next segment, it definitely does not rate the 4. So, but it's a PC card. I'm gonna keep it. No complaints. Okay, so that's it for my website reveal. And let's move on to the actual cards themselves. Thanks for watching SGC Mafia. If you don't sub to SGC, then I'm just kidding. All right, let's check out the real deal. All right, so here it is. Let's dig into this. So those curious that are doing SGC orders, it was shipped in a I think these are flat rate priority mail boxes, and it's packaged in there pretty good. The box did look like it went through kind of a whirlwind. so there's my cards. And I was hoping there would be something extra in there. And there isn't. All good. Alright, so let me adjust just a little bit now that I got some more room here. So I already know what my grades are. I was missing one card. I had a couple of the images that were duplicate, as you saw. And because of those duplicates, somehow one of the cards didn't get an image. So I was looking around and I went back and I noticed one card was missing, and I went and checked for the grade. And I'm going to leave that part as a surprise. I do know what it is. So there it is. That's how it was packaged. A little bit of space in there, but they're rubber banded together, well protected. So there we go. Okay, since I know all of the grades, with the exception of one, I'm still going to flip these from back to front. So the front card has a protective sleeve on it so that they don't get scratched up. So here's the first one. It was the reholdered mantle that we saw a picture of in a SGC 4. So I'll put up a picture of the old slab next to it, as you can see. And here it is in the new label, right? I believe the slab didn't change from what B. Roth told me. So nice, that's beautiful. And like I said, on this one, I tried to get them to not put the auto grade on there, because I just would prefer, if it's an auto grade, that it would get double 10. Just like I guess you could kind of equate that to a BGS card, where you want to see it. You want to see it with a 10 auto, a 9.5 and a 10 auto, right? Which is, I guess, the same thing, because it's a 9.5 and a 10 auto. But I don't know. Just for me, if I'm going to get the auto graded, I would rather have it a 10-10. But all good. It's a beautiful card, and I expected it to be, like I said, around a 9.5. So there's my Tatis base. Very happy with that one. I'll definitely will continue to submit until I can try to get a pristine. I'll do some better scrutinizing. That one, that top left corner, is probably why I didn't. It looks good, don't get me wrong, but if it was in a pristine holder with that corner, I would question it. All right, so here's one of the cards. This could be the card that was missing off of the pictures. Nope, we got a picture of this one. All right, so beautiful. Looks amazing in the slab. Okay, going back to, so this order was sent out on the 30th of March. It was received by SGC on the 6th of April. I expected it back based on those dates around 4 May, or expected it to be like graded by 4 May. It was actually processed 4 May and on its way back 9 May. So all in all is a total of, from the time that they entered it to the time that it was marked as graded. That's kind of how I think that's how you do it with PSA too. You can't count it if it's not inputted. But so a total of 25 days, and that's pretty good, especially the number of orders that they've been getting. If you want to know more about that, a good guy to look up is Baubles and Ball Cards, and I'll post his YouTube up there. But he is a good source for expanded SGC talk. Right, so he goes into a lot more things. He goes into the comps, and he goes into a lot more detail with SGC and grading with SGC, the number of orders that they've been receiving and stuff. So I'm not going to reiterate all that knowledge, but boom, look at that. And there it is, SGC gold label, pristine. So this one, Would have been a better surprise for me had I not looked back at to see, hey, what was that grade? Because it wasn't on my images. Um, so I went back and looked for the grade, and I wish I didn't. I wish I would have just found it like this. But yeah, that's awesome. It's a great card, man. Double the gold, right? Because it's a gold tops gold level card. So I kind of had it funny. It was funny kind of telling people about it. Like, yeah, I did get a gold label. And I said, hey, it was a 2019 Topps gold label. Well, yeah, that's already a gold label. That's cool, man. And it looks great with the gold from the card itself and then the gold on the label. I mean, it looks unbelievable, man. That was beautiful. I'm looking at it through the camera and then obviously with the naked eye, and it looks amazing. What a great card, man. Absolutely amazing. So there are my two gold labels up there. All right, so this one was the team color swap, silver. And that looks great, man. Absolutely. Looks great. Perfect edges, centering. All right, my heritage. This is cool because I didn't have a 10 with all my PSA submissions. So very happy to have this one. And my Tony Gwynn in an 8. Awesome, very happy. I'm gonna keep trying to get some Gwynns, and so the this is, and it's got my invoice here, but this was didn't meet the minimum requirement, and I showed you that, but I wanted to talk more about it. So this card actually, and you can see it pretty good even in the camera. It's got some paper loss there at the bottom, and I was talking with Beat Roth 6 about this, Brian, and asking him, what I should do. Should I put a minimum grade on it or not? I really just wanted it in the sleeve, but at the same time, it kind of would be silly to take it as an SGC 2 or maybe a 3. It would just be a loss. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably sell this thing, being open and honest and the good pictures of it. But yeah, I think it's overgraded. It's silly to say that with a PSA 4, but you see on the back here, there's another chunk taken out of the card. So, I mean, this is just evident that SGC doesn't just hand out grades, man. And they saw that this card, they're like, it's might be a PSA 4, but it's not an SGC 4, and I commend them for that. I'm not upset at all that they didn't grade the card or didn't slab the card. Actually, makes me have more respect for the company because I think with these two huge paper losses in here, big chunk taken out of the card there, and there's a chunk taken out of the card there, like, I don't know how PSA graded it a 4. Obviously, we all know they have different grading standards, but gosh, man, that's two chunks taken out of the card. But I don't know. Maybe it's because the rest of it was, was good. But I think there's just some things, like if you get a pinhole, I think I want to say it's an automatic 1. But yeah, that's what it came back as, and didn't meet the minimum grade because I was just trying to transfer over to an SGC 4, and it didn't happen. So that's my SGC order. 25 days is what it took them, and I have 3 more orders out with them now, and I'm pending another order. Probably next week. I'm still compiling some cards to get out to them. So, I'm really excited about the process though, and let me know what you guys think about this feedback, or I'm sorry, this presentation in terms of showing the cards on the website and showing a blind reveal reaction and then receiving them, because I think I kind of like doing that because it gives me the opportunity to see my grades. And it also gives me an opportunity to still have the fun of doing a blind reveal on my channel. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what your thoughts are on my sub, the cards, the grades. The overall process, I think I'm very happy with. I know they have an increased number of orders, and that's kind of played a role in the reason that it took a while, or 5 days more than their promised time frame. But I know that they're expanding, and like I said, go check out Bobbles and Ball Cards, and he will explain a lot more of it in a better fashion than I can do for you right now. But thanks for watching.